What if I told you that the holiday, celebrated by billions of women around the world, started with just one question? Why are we not enough? Hi everybody, my name is Davya and welcome back to my channel, Davya Studios. Today, we're gonna talk about why do we actually celebrate International Women's Day and why does it always fall on 8th of March every single year. Today, we're gonna talk about how it's not just any date marked on the calendar. There is a story behind it. There's a history behind it. And that story is filled with courage, with determination, with women trying to fight for their lives. So, let's get into it. Let me take you back in time. In 1908, New York City, thousands of women used to work in overcrowded factories. They used to cut, they used to sew, sometimes for 14 to 16 hours a day, without being given right wages, without being given acknowledgement, without being given voices. But somehow, in one random day in March, something snapped. 1,500 women went on a march demanding for better rights, better pay, and better wages. That is how the movement of women empowerment started. 2 years after the incident in New York City, in the beautiful city of Copenhagen, a very strong and beautiful woman named Clara Zetkin stood in front of 17 delegates of over 100 countries and proposed to celebrate an observance, an international observance, to celebrate women, to celebrate their empowerment and to fight for better voices, better wages. And very surprisingly, all the 17 delegates in that assembly agreed to it. That is why in the following year, that is in 1911, International Women's Day was observed on 19th March, where it was celebrated among all the European continent, in Denmark and Copenhagen and everywhere, where over millions of women participated. That is how the beginning of the International Women's Day actually started. However, another major thing happened in the history. In 1917, on 8th of March, thousands of women in Russia went on strike. This strike was called as Bread and Peace Strike, where they were protesting against the high prices and shortage of food which happened during the World War I. This happened during the Russian Revolution, which resulted in Tsar abdicating and women finally getting their first voting rights. This was a very big moment in the history of women empowerment. After this Russian Revolution incident, many decades later in 1975, the United Nations finally started celebrating International Women's Day on 8th of March. After that, the United Nations Assembly officially proclaimed 8th March as International Women's Day, celebrating the voice of women and working for their empowerment and as well as the world peace. That's it from my end for this week. I'll see you later. If you like the content, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you feel like you have something meaningful to contribute to the conversation that we had, please feel free to comment and let me know what you think about it. Till then, see you next Thursday, same time. Bye guys.